Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Euro Truck Simulator 2. Today I have something special for you guys, a new truck. This is the Peterbilt 389. It was released, I don't know, quite some time ago, I guess, maybe not that long ago. But Jeff recently showed it to me, and I'm going to be using it today. I will include a link in the description if you are interested in using this truck. The only two mods, I just want to get this out of the way, the only two mods I have in my game right now are this truck and this trailer. I do not have a link to the trailer right now. The trailer link was posted on codezero.us, which is currently undergoing a rehaul, so it is unavailable right now. But I will include a link to the truck, so you can go and download the truck, and the trailers should be available soonish. I don't really have a time frame that I can give you, so here it is. It is an awesome truck. Let's go ahead and get this thing fired up. So, Peterbilt 389, very nice truck mod. Very excited to use it. And we already have a load. We are going to be hauling 16 tons of chicken meat to Helsingborg, Sweden, somewhere in Sweden. We have 23 hours and 25 minutes to complete the job. We are going to need to take a ferry trip for this, I believe. Let me double check on the map real quick. Yes, so we're going to take a ferry trip and then do a little bit of driving. So it's not much driving. We need to rest in 5 hours. That should be fine because we should be able to rest on the ferry, and we're going to get about 13,000 euro. So pretty excited for that. Go ahead and get this thing on the road. So no shifter yet, still automatic, which really sucks because this truck would be amazing to drive with a manual, and I still need to get the correct cable. So still automatic, but this truck is awesome nonetheless. This truck has a ton of features, and I will include a little fast-forwarded sort of video above this displaying all the awesome customization options you can do to this truck. You can pick just everything. You can make this truck completely different from somebody else's, which is very, very cool. So I know Jeff is also going to be using this truck, so I'm very excited to see how he utilizes the customization options and how his truck's going to be different. So that's going to be really awesome. Also, you have a bunch of different options when it comes to engines. You have, Cummins, Detroit diesel, Caterpillar. I'm using a Detroit diesel. The only difference between the engines is it's just branding, really. They have a bunch of different horsepower ranges, and then also you can the sounds. Each engine has a different sound. So I am using the Detroit diesel because the sound is, in my opinion, the best out of all the engines. It doesn't have too much of an obnoxious turbo noise. Like the Cummins was just really, it was just all turbo, and it was just too annoying. This has a really nice engine sound to it, so that's the one I'm using. God, lots of traffic. So, also, a lot of things to go over in this episode. I'm on my new graphics card, which is awesome. So, for those of you that don't know, because I've said it in multiple videos and I don't know who watches one series and not another, I got a GTX 980 Ti Hybrid, a very nice graphics card. I have cranked the settings on Euro Truck. Although in Euro Truck, depending on whatever your graphics card setting is and whatever city you're in, cities are just not well optimized. I still get, we're slamming on the brakes here. In cities, I still get anywhere from like 40 or more like 35 to 60 FPS. It's kind of all over depending on the city, depending on the time of day, depending on everything. But when I'm out of the city, it's perfect, pin 60. The game looks great, it performs great, I don't have a problem with it. I've always had a little bit of a lag issue in cities anyway, so it's nothing new. So, it is what it is. But yeah, so the new graphics card, it runs super cool, and we'll talk a little bit more about that in a little bit. But we're going to try to take care of this truck. I know I've been failing as a driver lately with just how terrible my driving has been, so I'm going to try to really hone in on my driving back to when I used to have not having that manual really messes with your mind and it kind of makes you drive worse, to be honest. So I'm going to try to hone in on my driving skills again and get back into not having any incidents. So go ahead and make this left turn. We need to get out on the highway and get up to, I'm not really sure what city we're heading up to, but we're heading up to a city to hop on a ferry to get up into Sweden. So, gonna be fun. I really like this truck. Very nice truck to drive. Feels very good. It has my it has my best mirror setup, which I love, because sitting in this position right here, which is the default forward position, I can see my left mirror, I can see my blind spot mirror, which is even better. And doing this camera angle, which is like the kind of off center, it's mainly for the cab overs when they have that mirror on the very front. But I can see my right mirror and my right blind spot and still see my tack and still drive the truck and see the GPS, and everything works fine by being in that camera angle. So I am totally getting distracted by looking at something on my second monitor, and I'm wrecking my truck. God damn it. Let's see if we didn't get any damage, surprisingly. I was looking over at my levels on my microphone. I thought they might have been a little off. And I was like, so I was looking over at that, and I didn't pay attention to what I was doing. Well, obviously, if this was real, I wouldn't be doing that because I wouldn't have a microphone in my face, but it is what it is. I think I might need to get over. I'm drinking coffee, by the way, so if I don't talk for a moment. Oh, shit. You gonna let me over? Nah, probably not. Oh, yeah, so loving it. Loving the graphics card, loving this truck. Needs brakes. This truck needs brakes. It's not very good on brakes. So yeah, so the options I kind of went with this truck. So again, I'm excited to see how Jeff goes about this build and customizing his. I went very basic with mine. I went really basic. I might even go more basic. But if I can, try to go to the outside. It's going to be very loud, and I do apologize. But I tried to go very basic. I didn't overdo it. I didn't put a bunch of chrome on it, didn't put a bunch of lights on it. The most lights I put on it are on the back here. I don't know if you can see those on the back of the truck at the top. Those are extra brake, turning and reverse, and running lights. Other than that, I really didn't go crazy with this truck. I made it very basic and, daily drivable and not ridiculous. And there's a reason for that. So I watched a video by Squirrel that he kind of showcased this truck, and he pointed out that the more chrome you have on your truck, obviously it's going to be more for the game to render in, so it's going to actually hurt your performance. So I decided not to do chrome like crazy. Obviously the chrome that you do see, you can't do anything about, but everything that I had the option of paint or chrome, I did paint. And then also, typically I like running hood mirrors. I really like running hood mirrors because I like them. It's, an extra blind spot that you can see. But when you run extra mirrors like that, that's even more mirrors for the game to render. And again, that causes a performance hit. That actually causes quite a big performance hit. I had hood mirrors on this. I took them off, and I actually gained about 10 FPS just by removing my hood mirrors. So that's that's a suggestion. The people that run this game and run it have a decent machine that can run it at pretty decent graphic settings, but you're wondering why you're not getting the best performance. Try getting rid of the chrome on your truck if it's a modded truck. All the stock trucks are fine. They're optimized. When it comes to modded trucks, extra chrome bits, extra mirrors, a ton of lights, stuff like that, that'll really weigh down the performance. So just be wary of that when you're using this truck. You might get a performance hit. I do definitely get a performance hit by using it when in the city. If I used a in-game truck, a standard European truck in the city, I'd get pin 60 FPS because the interiors are, they're optimized, they're meant for that. But because this is modified, all this, there's way more gauges than you would get in a normal truck and stuff like that. So you do take a performance hit by using a modded truck, but you can limit that by just not going crazy with chrome and mirrors and lights and stuff like that. So I made it kind of daily driver. I just made it black. I thought about trying to replicate, get close to that J&B trucking red that's on the trailer, but I thought one big giant red truck, that's going to be ridiculous. So just went with black. But again, yeah, nothing's final on this truck. You know, I can change it up. There's so many options. It's insane what you can do to this thing. Again, that's why I'm really excited to see Jeff's. But yeah, no, I'm really liking this truck. It's a very, very nice truck. It makes it not so repetitive, I guess. The 387 was a very, very nice truck, and the reason why I decided to keep it for so long was the fact that the mod was so good that every other mod that I tried didn't compare. You know, that one was just so well done. That and that Kenworth W900L that we used quite a bit. So those two trucks were like the best trucks. This truck, again, falls into the category of a really nice truck. If I have the time, again, this is if I have the time. If I have the time and I can remember how to do it, I think I might paint this truck with the J&B Trucking logo, like I did with the 387 and the W900L. Again, that's if I have the time. I would love to, but let's see if I can. So we got rain coming in. Let's turn the headlights and wipers on. But yeah, so I'm going to see if I can, because I would love to paint it. I would love to have the painted truck. I think that'd be awesome, but we'll see. It takes literally doing a paint on one of these trucks without a template takes like a day, like a full day. That's all I'm doing. Not working on videos. I'm painting a truck because you're in and out of Photoshop, you're in and out of the game, you're in and out of files, you're doing all sorts of stuff just to get these little tiny. Because you know, when I make something, I'm kind of a perfectionist, so a little bit of a line that's off, you know, I got to jump in there and I got to fix it. You know, so because I don't know if a lot of people know, but I painted the whole trailer and the trucks, you know, all the trucks that were available in that pack. I painted all those. I painted the trailer. It's not easy work doing all that. So it just, if I have the time, I'm going to do it, and I will release it, and I'll try to even release it with the trailers if I do it. So I don't want to get anybody's hopes up, but I'm going to try. So, but yeah, so also what I've done, which is also good to mention, I've gone into my company, the company that, you know, J&B Trucking in my game, and I had 8 drivers. All 8 of my drivers were driving the Peterbilt 387, the truck I was using. I decided to go in there and I sold all the trucks. I got rid of every Peterbilt 387 and I removed the mod completely from the game. That mod is no longer in the game. So all my 8 drivers had no trucks. The reason I did that is because if you remember in my last episode, I was talking about how I was noticing the mirrors were kind of glitching out a little bit, and I thought it might have something to do with either the Scandinavia DLC or that truck I was using, the Peterbilt 387. So I wanted to remove it completely just to kind of see. So what I did was I sold all those 8 trucks, got like $140,000 for each truck. It wasn't a crazy return, but those trucks really weren't expensive to begin with. And I spent the money because I had like $950,000 in the bank. I got $140,000 for all those trucks. So pretty much I ended up with like $2 million or 2 million euros. So what I did was I spent that money on buying my whole fleet. I equipped them out with the new Volvo FH, the new Volvo FH, the new one, not the old FH16, the FH one. So I equipped them all out with the new Volvo FH, and they're all, I mean, they're kitted to the max. They're Globetrotter XLs, they're 750s, they're maxed out trucks. They're awesome trucks, but they're European trucks. And the reason why I decided to go with that was the odds of a mod covering up a Volvo is very low. The odds of a mod covering up like an Iveco or, you know, one of the other, like a MAN, are pretty high, because that's what typically modders go for, is covering up those brands, but not really Volvo. They kind of leave that alone. So I kitted out my whole fleet, so now I didn't take the Peterbilt 387 out for the longest time because it was my fleet truck, and I knew that if I had done that, I would have broke the whole fleet side, the whole management job side of my game. So I didn't want to do that. So I ended up buying 9 trucks and hiring one more driver. So now I have 9 trucks with all fully kitted out Volvos. You know, they're on the road, bringing in money, which is nice. It cost a ton of money, so I only have like $130,000 left. I don't really have much money left. But now we shouldn't see, because before with the 387, the previous truck, you would see it on the road. The AI would drive it, and I didn't like that. I didn't like the fact that they would drive it. So we shouldn't see that on the road anymore, which is nice. And hopefully, I don't know if it was a problem with my graphics card or with the game, but we shouldn't see any popping in mirrors or anything like that. It might have had something to do with my graphics card being old, but either way, that truck's now out of the game. I still have the mod, of course, but it's out of the game now. So this is the only modded truck, and the trailer I'm hauling is the only other mod in the game. Other than that, this game is stock. Nothing else to it. Nothing. So it's very, very basic. I know a lot of you want me to install like pro mods and stuff like that. I just don't like doing that because with a truck, it's a lot rarer for an update to happen and the truck to be broken over an update to be happen and something like pro mods to be broken, and then you lose all that stuff and you have to go back to not having it. It's just, you know, I'm okay with the game the way it is now. I don't need, you know, real vehicles driving around and stuff like that. Oh my good lord, slamming the brakes. I'm in the floor, in the floor, in the floor, still in the floor. Oh my god. Would have killed somebody. Oh my god. I wasn't just in the floor, I was through it, and I was stepping on the damn engine. I was just, oh my god. I was so deep in the pedal, it was unbelievable. Oh, freaking, you're on the highway and then just light? Who thought of that? Whose great idea was, yeah, let's put a light there? No. Horrible idea. Jesus. I think I need to up the brake sensitivity. I think that's might be what it is. Okay, did I have a yield? I didn't think I did. Because I don't know the European road signs. I don't know. Is that a yield? I don't know what that means. That yellow square on its side. I don't know what that means. Is this a yield to me? Or do they have a yield? No, they have a triangle. Isn't the triangle a yield? I don't freaking know. God, I can't wait for American Truck Sim. Alright, so we're getting up near the dock. So we're going to be pulling up onto the ferry soon. I want to make sure we're not going to hit that trailer anywhere. Yeah, we're going to take the ferry, and then we'll be in Sweden. Then we have a little tiny trip after we get into Sweden. Drop the trailer, and we'll grab another quick load after that. We won't be done. We'll do another quick one. Let's go ahead, and I'm assuming this is where we're going to need to pull into. Okay. Alright, let's get ready for... Alright, so parking brake. Make sure we're in the right gear. And we are. Running lights. Shut that down. Let's double check the map real quick. Just make sure we don't go to the wrong place. So we got to go to Trelleborg. I don't know. Let's go ahead and enter. Yeah, see, we could have gone there. Go to Trelleborg for 668 euros, 5 hours and 35 minutes. Jesus, seagulls and fucking boat, damn God. Whew. Okay, we're here. Time to finish this run.